Hi again. I'm sure you heard by now Unity 5 is out and its pro features are free. So in order to celebrate, let's just move our third-person shooter project. Let's just port it into 5. So go to Unity's website after you download it, install it, and when you fix the licenses or the personal licenses, which basically create an account, you will see this page over here. You hit open other. I've already clicked open other, so I don't have to search for inside my folders, and select, and you will see this pop-up over here, which informs us that our project was last opened with an older version of Unity and that we need to upgrade to the current version. And of course that after we upgrade we won't be able to use this project with older versions of Unity. So hit upgrade, and we wait a little bit for it to load. As you can see, it started importing our scripts and recompile them, and we will get another update which is for the API, and that informs that this script contains scripts and assemblies that use obsolete APIs. So if we choose to go ahead, Unity will automatically upgrade our scripts. So we need to make a backup first. Forgot to mention that, but I always keep spare backups for every project. So I made a backup, go ahead, and we wait a little bit again for Unity to recompile our scripts to the new API. So after it loads up and converts all the assets, you will see this scene over here. We are in the game view. Let's go to scene view. As you can see, all our stuff are in there. Let's see if we have any errors. There are not errors. We have some warnings, but we already had some of those, so we don't worry about that. Let's clear this. Let's go to our scenes and open up our example scene. But as you can see here, we get a navmesh error because we need to rebake our navmesh, because we use the same project from the advanced character controller, and we saw how to use the AI character over there. So just rebake for now. We'll see later more. We'll go more into depth with this later, so don't worry about them. Let's hit play. And everything seems to work fine, but, or at least they try to be. So let's see what is missing from over here. So anyway, let's as you see, this looks a lot like it was in Unity 4. So let's not mess with this scene anymore. Let's make prefabs of our third person character and our camera. and the bullet and click new scene. And now you see we have lighting already set up, the default lighting. Let's delete the previous main camera. Let's make a floor so that we can step on. Let's drop a third person character inside. Move it to view. And let's drop our camera. Let's make sure everything is set up correctly. And it is. So if we hit play, you can see we can play in this also. So why, as you see here, some animations don't play, and that is because Mechanim deleted some of our transitions. So let's remake this. Let's add a new condition, and this condition we want this to be at aim and the weapon to be equals to 0. Let's see these conditions, what happened here. Okay, this is still correct. It's correct. Let's make a rifle right now. We make another condition, which of course is also gonna be aim, and the weapon to be equal at 1 to the other transition. Right now we want to return back if the aim is false, or if the weapon not equals to 1. From a rifle aim we will make a transition to fire rifle, and the condition of course will be if we fire, and from a rifle aim to rifle reload, and from the rifle reload either to empty or to rifle aim, and of course we will put reload, and if aim is true it will return to the rifle aim, and it will return to empty if aim is false, and from the empty to reload if we reload and our weapon equals to 1. Let's take a quick peek and see if there is something else that didn't pass. As you see here, there are more mechanism, and the animator changed a little bit, but we'll see on later videos how we can utilize the new stuff. Let's hit play, and as you can see it works fine right now. But as you can see, our shaders don't look exactly great, and that is because we are still using the legacy shaders. I hope you can see that. So let's change that. Let's change from the legacy shader to either standard or standard specular setup. I just use standard over here. Let's make that for all our materials. As you can see here, it's a little bit more shiny. So what we can change with that. As you see here, we have two, how you call them, anyway, you understand. One is the metallic and one is the smoothness. Now, according to what material we have underneath, we can change how it looks. So, we will utilize the chart from the Marmoset webpage. You will find a link down in the description below. And as you can see here, see the rubber is about the roughness, the reflectivity of the rubber is about 0.03. So let's make it let's give it a slight value. Let's make it 0.3 or whatever. We don't have to be exactly the same. The smoothness, as you see here, if we put it all the way up, it means that it's a very smooth surface, and it almost acts like a mirror. And if we put the metallic to 1, means that we have a metallic material. If we put it to 0, it means our material is a dielectric material. So let's just go with random with this. Of course, you will have to make it however you like. Mostly, it depends on what you need to, what visual style you want to go for. Of course, this takes, you will add if you have a metallic map for your model, you will insert it here, and there are also much more maps that you can make them and make your model look better. But since we don't have these maps, since this is from Unity 4, we just play with these values over here. I'm just eyeballing them now, so I'm doing what looks better, or how it looks to me that it's better. Let's make it a little more smooth. Let's go to the skin. The skin, as you see, it's not a metallic, so we don't have to do. We need something around there. The hair, of course, it's not so smooth. And the eyes, let's give it a higher smooth value. And as you can see, he looks much better than it looked in Unity 4. Let's go to our weapon, which of course this is going to be easy since it's a metallic material. And let's make it less smooth. And as for the pistol, since we don't have a texture over here, let's just give it a gray color. Let's make it metallic, smooth. We will see later how this is going to be used. Let's do this for the magazine of the rifle. It's metallic, lower the smoothness, and as you can see here, you can put even more stuff. You can even make it an emissive material, and you can see how you want to behave with our global illumination. And if we hit play right now, let's maximize that, you can see it looks way more better. But of course, since now we have pro features available, but before we go that, let me just mention that there is also a pretty good PBR guide from Algorithmic, which they have made Substance Painter a Substance designer. You will find a link in the description below, which is basically what you need to know about PBR, and the products are pretty great. Even I have Substance Painter, and even I, with my horrible graphical skills, can make my work look like a professional's. So let's take advantage of some of the pro features which weren't available to us in the Unity 4. So go to Assets, Import Packets, and let's import some effects. Click Import. Let's wait till they load. The warnings over here is from our previous scripts, so just hit clear. Let's go to our directional light. As you can see, we can change it, move it around. We can play with this. We can have soft shadows now, which is incredible. And let's go to our main camera. Let's turn this into the game view. Let's hit Add Component, and we have our image effects. Let's use Bloom, which everybody uses Bloom. Let's play around with this. If somebody that knows about all image effects and stuff like this, please don't take your eyes out. I'm just playing around here. I don't have that much experience with it. Let's see, we're gonna change the intensity. Let's make it feel more alive, the colors. Let's add more effects. Let's add a screen space ambient occlusion. Let's play with it a little bit. As you can see, I don't think it's going to be visible from the video, but it changes, it puts some occlusions, some shadows where, some crevices, how do you call it anyway. Let's add some more image effects. Let's put a depth of field. Let's visualize so that we can see what are we doing. As you can see, or I don't think you'll be able to see, but it blurs over here so that we simulate a more realistic camera effect. Let's put also some objects so that we have something to watch. Let's give this a new material. and let's give it a more greenish color. Let's make it metallic. Let's give it to smoothness. Let's duplicate this. Let's make a new material for our ground. Let's drop it here. Let's give it well, let's make it more lively color, or maybe I don't like it that much. Anyway, let's give it a slight gray. Let's crank up all the smoothness all the way up. Now let's add some lights. Alright, let's see. Over here. Let's make it a red color. As you can see, we get some warnings over here. Let's give it soft shadows. Let's duplicate it. Let's make this blue. We can also go to edit, and we can, where was it? Let's go also to player settings, to other settings. Let's change to our rendering path to deferred, and let's make our color space to linear. Get an error, but anyway, doesn't seem to be that much important. Let's see. Let's go to our lighting, and we have more values over here. As you see, you can see the ambient source. Let's leave it to skybox. We can change how many times the pre-computed real-time global illumination will do. Let's leave it to 2. CPU usage, let's leave it to low. And we have lots of other stuff we can play. We can change some stuff from the general global illumination. We can have fog. Of course, this will be more apparent. Let's see other test settings. Yeah, we have lots of stuff now available. So anyway, let's see what else we have now. We can have a reflection probe over here. I still didn't have time to play with it, so we will go much further later. So we just play around here, over here, just to have some fun. Like baking. Let's make it to real time. As you can see here, we have pretty nice reflections, which is awesome. Let's add one more over here so that we have some different colors. Let's duplicate this material, drop it to the new. Let's make it a little more red. Let's drop the smoothness, drop the metallic. As you can see here, as I move the lighting, the whole scene changes. Let's make another material. Let's duplicate this also. Let's make the new little less. Let's drop the new material to this. Let's make it a yellow, and let's crank up the emission. And as you can see, now this is an emissive material. Let's hit play, and as you can see, we have a lot reflections. This is the reflection of the light. Which is pretty awesome. You can see how the color looks, which is great. You can see the pistol without even a texture. It looks pretty great. Let's go to the blue lights. Now this is a lot of stuff you can do with this, of course, and a lot of info you can find online, which we don't have time to explain. Let's add some more effects. What else? Let's see. Let's add some sunsofts. Let's play around a little bit. And you can see here, it looks like we are in heaven. Which is pretty awesome. You can imagine how many great stuff we can make right now. And some other stuff we can make an audio reverb zone. This wasn't available in free. Let's put it beneath, inside our cave-like thing what we have over here. Let's just go, let's make it to the presets. Now I'm gonna raise a little bit the volume so you might get an echo. Let's hit play. As you can see, if I'm outside of the reverb zone and shoot, we get the sound we had, but if we are inside the reverb zone, we have a lot more reverb, which is pretty awesome. So that's about it. This wasn't a planned video, but since we get the release early, I thought we will make a celebration video. And as you can see, it looks pretty damn awesome. So tomorrow we will have another video. It's not going to be about the third-person shooter, but it's still going to be a very interesting video and more advanced. And next week we will return to our third-person shooter video, and From now on we will be working on Unity 5, and as you can see I'm pretty impressed with this and it's pretty damn awesome. So thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you tomorrow and then next week.